Welcome back to the morning show on Trib Live Radio with Josh Taylor here with you in studio. Brought to you by Mama Pepino's Pizza, Pub, and Billiards with the newly added billiard room. Enjoy 3,000 square feet of dedicated space for pool tables. Mama Pepino's Pizza, Pub, and Billiards in Glassport, PA. Joined in studio by a very fresh, friendly face. Love having her here. Veronica Bucilli, in-game reporter for the Riverhounds, joining me right now. And Veronica, last time you were here, we were talking about the big match on 4th of July.
Right.
For the Keystone Derby. It was a pretty big celebration over at Highmark Stadium.
Yes.
How did that go, by the way?
The turnout was amazing. We had so much fun. The weather was, okay. It was a humid night, but the fireworks, right? But the fireworks after was a great nightcap for everybody. The game itself ended in a 0-0 score, so we were kind of just all sitting on the edge of our seats, waiting for something really big to happen, and we didn't get that, but, we still had a good time. The turnout was great, and I had a good Independence Day there at Highmark Stadium.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear. And we knew that there would be a big deal with the fireworks and everything, but the weather was an issue, and I know a lot of people were scared about it, but glad it worked out at least from that aspect.
A lot of the fireworks were canceled everywhere else. So
that's true, especially in the surrounding areas. Absolutely.
Right. So the planning, I'm sure, played into it, maybe kept a couple people at home, but I don't know. We had fun regardless.
And that's all that matters. You
always
got to have a good time. Exactly. Now, want to talk to you now because there's a match coming up tonight with the Riverhounds. Richmond's in town. The Kickers will be here.
Yep.
Plus, and we'll get to this in a second, there's another match coming up Sunday with a pretty big deal that I think this is going to be a lot of fun, and it's based on a conversation I had yesterday here on the show with Aaron Opperly, one of our Trib writers, but we'll get to that in a second. But let's start with the match tonight against Richmond. I mean, now the Riverhounds, we know it hasn't been the season that a lot of people would have hoped for. Yeah, I believe they're 2-9-4 right now, and actually more of their struggles have been on the road than necessarily at home. They've actually been a pretty decent home club. It's just the road struggles have been the bigger issue. But they're facing Richmond tonight, so give us a little lowdown on what we expect tonight with the Hounds and the Kickers.
So last time we played the Kickers was on the road, like you said, and we ended up losing 1-3. Unfortunately. Sad face, yeah. But they're coming to us this time. So hopefully we can, like you said, we're a good home club. We can turn things around. They're 6-5. They're the middle of the road club as far as standings go in the Eastern Conference. So, we just we just hired a new assistant coach, Dan Visser, who used to coach with Dave Brandt, who's our head coach now, and has a huge resume of coaching experience. So I think we're looking to improve defensively, and I think he's going to be a good fit as well. Dave Brandt also thinks he's going to be a good fit in that regard. So we just hired him, and so hopefully that will, give us some leverage as far as playing the Kickers tonight at home.
Now, very rare midweek match. Usually the matches a lot of them towards the weekends, usually Saturdays or so.
It's been a busy one for all the guys,
So to have a rare, I shouldn't say midweek, but maybe towards the end of the week match as opposed to a weekend match is a little bit different, but you get a couple chances to watch the Hounds. I mean, it's not just about this weekend because you get one tonight and then there's another one on Sunday. Now, the one on Sunday, for those of you out there, even if you're not a big soccer fan, this is a match you might be interested in. And I gotta
definitely.
I want to make sure I get the details of this right because this is interesting. This Sunday, July 17th. Now, if you have been paying attention to social media, if you've been watching when you're walking around and seeing people walking around looking at their phones and kind of walking around, Pokemon Go has become a pretty big deal. Now, the Riverhounds, I salute you guys for getting in on this because this is huge. So they're inviting fans to come in and participate in Pokemon Go this Sunday. Now, round 2 of the Keystone Derby.
Yes.
Hounds versus Harrisburg City Islanders. That's going on Sunday. If you're not sure, the Keystone Derby is a big deal. That's
huge deal.
Derby is another word for rivalry for those who aren't sure. But Harrisburg, Pittsburgh don't like each other. We want to win. That's a team you want to beat. Anyway, the Pennsylvania Lottery and K&L Gates are presenting a 1-hour on-the-field hunt session for all Pokemon Go fans from 4 to 5 p.m. So this is going to be a pretty big deal. Now, admission's $10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And the better part about this is not just about going around catching Pokemon. There is a great cause being supported. Part of the proceeds will go to benefit the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. So this is a really good cause is being supported here. But it's a chance to come out, see a really good match, a rivalry game in the Keystone Derby. Bring your kids out, go catch some Pokemon, and you're supporting a good cause at the same time.
Absolutely. I'm so excited for this because I think I've been like under a rock as far as this Pokemon Go thing.
You and me both, you're not alone.
Seriously, I think I'm just like so busy. I'm just like, wait, what? What's happening? What's this game? Tell me about it. So like up until yesterday, no lie, it's pretty embarrassing. I was like so clueless. So I'm enlightened.
As was I.
I haven't downloaded the app yet, but I might have to for Sunday's game because it's going to be a blast. So like you said, partial proceeds go to the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank, and it's like the 4 to 5 hour that's before the game. It'll just be an all-out hunt session for everybody. And if you've already purchased tickets, that's totally fine. You're welcome to come during that hour as well, and we hope that you would donate when you get there, when you come in. But so it's going to be a hunt session from 4 to 5, and also, which I'm really excited about, is they're going to be handing out Pokemon cards as you walk in.
There you go.
And I mean, I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I had a binder of Pokemon cards. Like we'd have our little clear sheets on the inside, and we put our Pokemon cards in back to back. Yeah, Vulpix, Bowser. Is that one I made that up? Yeah.
Wow.
Vulpix was my favorite. I loved it. And Charizard, you get the hologram card. So I'm no stranger to Pokemon itself. A little nerdy to admit that, I think. But
you are making nerds everywhere very happy right now.
That's okay.
Because you have Veronica Buccelli talking about Pokemon. You are pleasing so many demographics all at the same time. Just throwing that out there.
Well, that's great. Great to know.
Just saying.
So we're handing out Pokemon cards as you walk in, and if you get a holographic card, you're going to get some prizes, maybe a seat upgrade. So we have so much going on. Another thing I think that they're doing is some Pokemon trivia. So I'm interested to see how I do in that regard.
Now, you're not allowed to win.
I know, right?
You're still the host, mind you, so you're not allowed to win, so you can't participate.
Okay, fine. I got it. I won't.
I knew that's what you were thinking.
Yeah, I was. I was going to, shut everybody out. No,
can't blame me.
Establish
your dominance. Why not?
I know, right?
Gotta catch them all.
Oh, my God.
Just saying.
Well, there you go. Well, there you have it. I'm interested to see how trivia goes. We'll do some seat upgrading there, maybe get some club seats. Lots of stuff going on. It's going to be a super fun game. I hope to interact with everybody who comes as much as possible. And I don't know. I mean, I'm going to try to catch as many Pokemon as I possibly can, and I'm pretty excited about it. To be clear, we talked about this yesterday during the show here on Trib Live Radio. Aaron Opperly, Trib writer, who actually wrote a story about Pokemon Go, and it was actually, I think it was on the front page on Monday, above the fold. This was a really big story that he wrote about Pokemon. So I would imagine that Highmark Stadium has a lot of Pokemon that you can catch. It's a big Pokestop, if you will. Oh, it's a Pokestop. Yes. There you go. Pokestop. So by the way, so even if you're not at the game, if you're catching some Pokemon, stop by Highmark Stadium. You might catch a couple. It's a Pokestop there. Yep. Veronica Buccelli joining me in studio here on Trib Live Radio.